Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Hallie Schwarzkopf,
And I'm Tristan Cook.
and this is your BNN News Show for October 19th, 2018.
Though the temperatures dropped into the low 40s this week, the women's swimming and diving team is just heating up. Their season officially starts Monday with conditioning. Here's Corbin Armstrong to tell you more.
BNN sat down with sophomores Andrea Contreras and Grace Lemley to discuss the upcoming girls' swimming and diving season.
Regular practice consists of changing first and then going up to the seating area, and that's where we go and stretch. And then after that we go onto the boards, and then we start doing some jumps, and practice is just doing our approaches, which is just walking on the board and jumping off.
First swim meets again against Franklin on November 20th. I expect to do okay, better than last year because I've had a little bit more training over the summer.
So for diving, we don't have specific events. We most likely we have to do the dive that is for that meet. Last year in the East versus North swim meet, we had to do reverse dives, and so you had to have a reverse to be able to do that meet.
My favorite part about it is just I don't know, it's just fun. And the people are so fun to be around.
This is Corbin Armstrong reporting for BNN.
If you'd like to watch all the women's swim and dive meets this year, you can purchase an all-sports pass. Another activity kicking off this month is Debate Club, sponsored by math teacher Mike Spock. Though the renewed club has only been around for 5 years, speech and debate was nationally ranked in 1977. Even Vice President Pence made an appearance at Nationals in Chicago on April 11th. Here's Tristan Cook to tell you more.
BNN sat down with math teacher Mike Spock about Debate Club.
Debate Club is a group of students that are going to competitions, practicing their speaking skills, and debating about current events.
Meetings for the clubs are on Wednesday at 4:30.
The purpose of Debate Club, I think, is for students to just become more confident as speakers, to learn how to research and make a case and make arguments. And in all truth, the goal of debate is to learn the truth about an issue, so we don't just pick one side. We research both sides and try to have an understanding, which helps also in the debating to be able to understand the other side of the issue. The structure of the debates, there's 3 different competitions we have students entering. One is Congress, where they have some bills that they're debating, which each student would give maybe a 2 or 3 minute position speech on the bill and ask questions of others who give their speeches. One is Lincoln Douglas debate, which is more of a values-based debate. It's structured in one person will open for 6 minutes, and then the other person gets to question them, and then the negative side gets to speak for 7 minutes and gets questioning and rebuttal phases. And the third competition that we have students in is called public forum debate, which is teams of 2 debating against each other with a similar structured format of a certain number of minutes of speaking and then questioning.
Mr. Spock also discussed the first Debate Club meet at Bloomington South.
I just think being able to speak in front of others is a valuable skill, and you can just gain confidence in that through practice. And I also think it's just so important for people to take time to understand issues that are out there and understand both sides of the issue, and debate teaches skills that will help students be able to do that.
This is Tristan Cook reporting for BNN. The first meet is November 10th at Bloomington South. If interested, stop by room 2309 to join. Though the debate season will be short this year, advisor Mike Spock is hoping to expand. Adding on to academic news around the school, 2 English teachers recently received grants for innovation inside and outside the classroom. All BCSC teachers were eligible to apply for over $30,000 to get funding for an innovation project of their choosing. Matt Ruman sat down with 2 of the winners to discuss their projects.
BNN sat down with English teachers Barbara Hant and Michaela Caldwell to discuss the grant that they received and how they plan to use it.
I won a BCSC Foundation grant. I applied for money for a certain presentation that I wanted to try to finance.
I won the BCSF 2018 Fall Innovation Grant.
Well, there's a grant application that I filled out last month, but I was supposed to, I think, tie the habits of mind and our objectives for the corporation to the project that I wanted to try to find funds for.
You apply for it on like a Google form, and they sent an email, and I just applied that way. And they look through all of the candidates and pick the ones that they think are going to work the best.
The money that I received is going to be used to bring a guest speaker to North High School. So we're having Indiana's poet laureate. His name is Adrian Matika. He lives and works in Bloomington. He works for IU. He's a professor there, and he's actually going to come here and do 3 different presentations in January. So 2 of those are going to be for students, and 1 is going to be for English department.
So I'm going to create units for my senior and junior classes where we have a universal theme, and they have like 6 or 7 different books that they get to choose from, and they choose the book that interests them the most, and they get to read that.
The BCSC Foundation, which is funded by contributions from employees. I think there were about a dozen people who won grants. Mrs. Caldwell from the English department also won one. So I saw several different names on the recipients list.
This is Matt Riemann reporting for BNN.
In other news, the Sound of North recently went to regionals. However, they did not place. Julia Eakin spoke with band members about the loss.
Band regionals took place October 13th over break. BNN sat down with Emily Beach and Natalie Carnes to talk about their experiences.
The color guard's role in band is to basically help with the visual. It's to help bring color and action to the field along with the music.
I play flute as my role, and I am a junior. So I have to look out for the incoming kids and help them march and everything, but also do my part in the drill and all the activities we do.
This season has taught me a lot about communication, especially with being a captain. You have to talk to all of the people in the guard, and you have to have good relationships with them.
This year I have learned that hard work helps a lot when you are dedicated and you actually try to do stuff.
This year of band was different because, especially for the guard, we have a different director than we have in past seasons.
This year of band was different because we wanted to be more visual heavy in our drill and everything than we have been in the past.
Losing regionals affected me pretty deeply, mostly because I was disappointed that we couldn't show the rest of our competitors how our show was going to be because it wasn't finished yet.
There were about, I think, 14 schools at our competition this year, and they took the top 10, and we were only in 11th place. So we were a little bit behind by a couple points.
This is Julia Eakin reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Hallie Schwarzkopf.
And I'm Tristan Cook.
Have a great weekend.
BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by